Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, in this video, we are continuing our PHP Blog Admin Panel. So guys, now we are going to learn how to make the categories part in our PHP Blog website. Okay. So guys, now let's get started. So first I have made a demo guys over here that what table it should be created. So we'll create a table name with the name categories and this will be our column or attributes field guys, and this category is example like it comes under PHP, Laravel, Bootstrap, Java, Python, and below this PHP you will be inserting its posts. Okay, so which we'll see in further videos. So now guys, let's build it. So first let us copy this categories table name and create a table guys first. So let's create one new table. So you can select your categories table, and I want to add how many columns? There are total 10 columns, and as you can see over here by default it has given us 4 column guys. So 4 plus 6, 10. So let us create the column. Perfect. So now guys, let's begin with the ID, and it will be int, which will be 11, and we want to make this ID as auto increment and primary key. So let us set it primary, and then AI, that means your auto increment is checked. The next field was, let us just see out and type it over here, name varchar 191. So next is slug, and then description, copy. The first one is slug, let's make it varchar 191 and then description, let's make it as text area, and I want to allow this as null. So select here null, oops, null, all set, and the value we don't require because it's a text. And next field guys, you can see that it's meta title, so this comes for the SEO purpose. So let's take this also, and the title will be always as 191 or 200 you can give. So let's give 191 right now. Yep. And then guys, you can just copy with the meta description and medium text and allow null. So next is keyword guys. Okay, copy this keyword and select again with medium text. Then again you're going to select null, because if sometimes we don't give data means it should not throw an error guys. So for that case we are allowing null, and this will be your navbar status. So we will keep this because if you want to show the category in your navbar, then we'll keep, else you are going to check out as 0. So you can give this as integer. So int, not int, we'll use tiny int. So tiny int, and this will be 1, because this is just a status 0 and 1, and by default as defined it should be 0 guys. All set. Let's allow it null also, but it will insert 0 data by default. And the last status, so same way we are going to select with tiny int, and then guys this null, and same as defined 0 and null, and then final guys, that is our created at. So it should by default it should enter its timestamp. So let's select with the timestamp, and you can select here current timestamp and just select with the null. All set. So whenever we insert any record, automatically it will create date and time guys. That's it. And now let's save the table. Save. Perfect. So our category table is all ready guys, and now let's begin with the coding part. So let's move to this sidebar and create this option as category. Okay, so let me close all the files. So guys, now let's select the sidebar from our includes folder, move to sidebar, and you can see that this is the layouts. So let me just, instead of layouts, let's make it to category, and this is the add category, and this will be your view category, guys. All set. So now let's create the page name over here, category add.php, and this will be your category view.php. So category hyphen view.php. Now guys, let's create the category add.php file first. So let's copy this, guys, and now let's create the file. I just want to create that in admin folder. Okay, create new file, category add.php. All set. And now guys, let's import all the header and footers from our add register. Okay, so this is the form. Let's copy everything and paste that. Let's move at top and rename this file as category or add category, and this will be a back button. So you don't need to have a back button, guys, or else you can keep this back button category hyphen view if you want to show that category. All set. Now guys, let's see the output for this. Let's refresh, and here on this category, let's click on add category. Perfect. So our add category.php, where we have started with the form, guys. So if you don't understand how to create form, please learn Bootstrap and get continued over here. Okay. So now guys, let's edit or change the fields as per our requirement. So name, slug, description. Let's select the name. So this will be a post, and then was next was the slug, guys. Slug means URL. Okay, so for your reference, I'll keep it as URL, and the input field name, slug, and description. Now instead of input, we need a description that will be a text area. All set. Yep. Let me just take out, I don't require this, where let's give a class form hyphen control, and rows I want as 4 by default, and this will be the description, guys. Okay, all set. So next field, as you can see, meta title, meta description, and keyword. Let's get back. Okay, so we'll make this as meta title. You can select meta underscore title, then your description and keyword. So let me just copy this text area fields. This will be your meta description. You can add them meta underscore description, and then guys, finally one more field, that is our meta keyword. So yep, keyword, and if you want to, you can give max length and all. So max is equal to, which you can keep 191, so it will not exceed more than this, the for the validation purpose. All set. And now guys, we require two checkboxes. One is for navbar and one is for status. Okay, navbar status and default status for show and hide the products. Now let's select over here. So we have one status over here, guys. Let's copy this. Let's make for navbar status if you want to show and hide, which will make to navbar underscore status, and one will be default status over here. So that is your normal status. And then guys, you can tell category underscore add, and you can make this as save category. All set. And yep, let's save, guys, and now let's see the output. Refresh. Perfect. So we have got the output, guys, but I want to make this description as full width. So let's give here 12 and meta title also 12. All done. Refresh. Perfect. So now, guys, let's insert the data into our database. So let's go and let's begin, guys. So when you click on save category, so at that time on this button click, you are going to form at the code.php with the help of post method, and this post method will take all your input field data. So now, guys, let's move to code.php. Okay, so file is already created, and let me push this code below. And now, guys, let's check the button is clicked or not with the help of is set function under if condition. So if it is set, if the button is clicked, like category add, if it is clicked, then you're going to take all the datas. So let's create a variable with the name $name, and here your post method comes, guys. So you can select. Okay, so now, guys, we will copy the input field name. So let's copy this name and paste back. So same way, guys, you are going to get all the input field name. So one is your slug, so this will be the slug, and you can do the validation of slug, but we'll see in later videos how to do validation for slug and all. But right now we'll give correct slug and insert the data. So yep, let's copy the next field, that is your description. And yes, so now your guys SEO tags, that is meta title. Let's copy this meta title and then meta description. Yes, and then your keyword. Done. And now, guys, one is your navbar status and the category status. So let's copy this navbar status and then one normal status for your category. All done. So this is a checkbox, guys. So you need to check the condition if it is true. Like if the value is available inside that, you are going to set it to 1. If it is not checked, it will set as 0. All set. So let's copy this and paste for the status condition also, because it is a checkbox, guys. As you can see over here, it's a checkbox and no input, guys. And now let's insert all this data into our DB. So for that, guys, you need to type the query. So $query is equal to, let's write the command for insert the data. So insert into the table name. So my table name is categories. So you can just browse. Perfect. So let's copy these categories and paste where your column fields and the values from your variables. So these are the variables which we have to pass here, and the column fields, your database column fields. So now, guys, let us copy this. Okay. And paste here. All set. So now, guys, let us cover up the spaces by giving comma. Okay, done. And one status. Okay. So, guys, first is column is name. So you need to copy the variable name and insert the value of first column is $name. Okay. So let me bring this down so we can see clearly. So guys, next is our slug. So you need to take the variable $slug. Okay. So same way, guys, let's input. Next is description. So you will take the variable description. Then next is your meta title. All set. And then your guys meta description. And then your keyword. And then the navbar status. So yep. And then finally $status, guys. That's it. All set guys, and now let's run the query to execute this above command. So query underscore run is equal to with the help of MySQL query function. So where you will give the first database connection and then your query guys. All set. So now guys, let's check the condition that it has inserted or not. So let me just copy from below. Okay, let me copy this and paste here. All set. So this dollar query run will execute your, if it is inserted, you can tell that category added successfully, and if it is not added, then what you are going to say, something went wrong or category not added. All set. Once it's done, then you're going to return and redirect back at which page. So let's return to this page. So you can just copy the same page name. Once it saves, you can get back to the same page guys. So let us copy and paste it. Either it is correct or false. So now guys, you're using session to show the message guys. So you need to write the code on your category add. So we have already done that guys in previous few past videos, where you can just import the code over here. So you can just call PHP open and PHP close. Use the include function where you will call message.php file. Done. So in this message.php file, we have written a code something like to show the message, that is our session messages. So let's save, and now guys, let's test it. Refresh. Yep. And now let's try to insert the data. So now guys, let's insert the category. So first I will select with the HTML. Let's move on, and this slug will be HTML tutorial. And yep, let's select with the meta title HTML tutorials we can give, and meta description, so you can give HTML. Let's copy this and paste here, and keyword you can give HTML tutorial, HTML crash course. All set. So you can assign in this way. And now guys, I want to, by default it should show, and now let's save guys. Let's click to save. Okay, so you can see that guys, we have 2 3 errors. So over here, let's see that MySQL query function spelling is wrong. Okay, so let's get back to our code.php, and where is the query? Okay, QUI query. And now guys, let's Control R and refresh. Perfect. So category added successfully. So guys, that error was just we have made a spelling mistake, so it gave an error for like. Okay, now let's check in our database. Perfect. So data has been stored guys, and now for validation purpose, you can just use a required field of HTML attributes. So you can just select the classes where required required you can give. Don't select for this status checkbox, okay, because we don't want that. So now guys, let's insert one more. So PHP tutorials, and PHP is some guys say scripting and some guys say programming, so it depends on you. So programming language. Okay, so guys, let's copy and paste PHP tutorials, and your keyword also something PHP crash course, so anything, just insert your keywords. And yep, let's save. Cool. So category added successfully. Done. Let's see. Perfect guys, so our data is inserted with the slug. Okay, done. Now guys, let's see in next video how to view this category data in our HTML table. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe, like and share.